So there are three main negative effects that having bad posture has on our life. Number one is that when the spine is out of position and our posture is off, it creates pain in the spine, whether it's the muscles or the joints themselves. And just living with pain is miserable. It affects our attitude, it affects our energy, affects how we sleep at night. So that's number one. Number two is the amount of energy that we're actually spending on keeping our body upright. It's much more energy efficient when our posture is centered and all the weight is being transmitted through the spine itself. If we are off or out of position, the amount of energy your muscles have to use to keep you upright is enormous. And that's energy that we could be using to get through the day, for our immune system to fight, etc. So it really leads people that have bad posture, it can really lead to fatigue at the end of the day, etc. And then number three, and probably the most important, is when the spine is out of alignment, what that does to the nervous system. You got to remember the whole purpose of that spine is armor. It's there to protect the spinal cord, which is transmitting the messages that are keeping your body running between your brain and your body. And so if those vertebrae get misaligned, that can cause pinched nerves, nerve irritation, stretched nerves, interrupting the flow of life between the brain and the body, and that can cause malfunction and disease in our body. So a chiropractor can be very useful in helping to correct bad posture, and there's really two big things. So number one is identifying where the posture is off. So things like x-rays and nerve scans are things that we're going to use in our office to determine where the problem is coming from. And then we're going to start with spinal adjustments. So spinal adjustments are movements of the spine and the spinal joints to help realign misaligned vertebrae that we're finding, again, on x-rays, nerve scans, or palpation. And number two is exercises to help strengthen and hold these adjustments in position. A lot of the time when we get adjusted, if we don't strengthen things, I can adjust someone's spine and that vertebrae can slide right out of position again. And so it may feel better temporarily, but we're not actually fixing the problem. So the big benefits to correcting bad posture are going to be, one, pain relief. I mean, no one likes to live with pain, and so anything we can do to help improve that joint, the health of our joints or the muscles, is going to decrease pain. Life is just so much better when we're not in pain. Number two is we're going to have more energy. Your body spends so much energy to try and keep you upright when your posture is off, and that's energy you could be using to get through your day, mental clarity, immune function, etc. Number three is just general health. When our posture is bad, this pinches nerves that affect organ function in the body, and so improving posture will improve overall health and longevity. So there's three big things that we can do at home to help improve our posture. Number one is going to be reducing the amount of time we're spending sitting, and especially with our head facing forward. So with all the computer work that we do, that affects our low back, the curve in our low back, and the curve in our neck, and it contributes to forward head posture and a straightening of that neck. And so just changing things up. So standing desks are really useful, raising our monitors up, just to help improve posture. So those are two big things that I think contribute the most to bad posture. And then I think a third one maybe that parlays with that is taking breaks. So you might not be able to go out and spend money on a standing desk or change your setup too much, but then we really need to take breaks. If we spend longer than 20 minutes in a sitting activity, that causes dehydration of the discs in between the vertebrae and can contribute to bad posture. The reality is that getting your spine moving is the best way to turn on the prefrontal cortex, a part of your brain that actually is involved with decision making and thought processes. And I think if we try and slug through, we're actually decreasing productivity. Take your breaks. It's good for your posture, it's good for your brain, so that can really help. And then number three is doing core exercises. If we can't reduce the amount of time that we're sitting, we need a stronger spine. Ideally, we're doing both, but we need to strengthen the core. So any core exercise, I don't care what you want to do, it is a benefit to your posture. Just be consistent with it and vary it up. So don't do the same exercise over and over and over again. Planks, halos, dead bugs, push-ups with pulling weights across, just different things, vary it up. Throw different things at your body, and that's going to help to strengthen your core, improve your posture. Although most chiropractors can help with the adjustment portion, you really want to make sure that when you're looking for a chiropractor to help improve posture, you're getting both aspects. So number one, we need to know what the problem is. X-rays will show us what's happening with posture. There's other ways to look at posture, but x-rays get to the real core of what's happening in that spine. And then obviously most chiropractors are going to be adjusting, so that's really good, but you want someone who can also give you some exercises so that you can do some stuff at home to help support what they're doing in the office. And there's a big difference between getting adjusted so that it feels better to reduce pain and getting adjusted to improve or correct posture. So a quick Google search for corrective care chiropractic I think is the best way to maybe differentiate someone who's really going to be able to take and help improve your posture versus a chiropractor who's really more focused on just improving pain in the short term.